Go.
Okay, welcome back. It's Beer Dogs, and it's a brand new six-pack. My name is Scott.
I'm Kalen.
And together, we're the Beer Dogs. Thank you for coming back and joining us. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Last series, we did a whole six-pack of end-of-summer porch beers, which was just wonderful. If you didn't get a chance, go back either on Facebook and or the YouTube channel that we have, and you'll be able to catch up with that. But tonight, we've got a brand new theme. We're going to be running a whole new six-pack plus a bonus beer.
I'm looking forward to the bonus beer.
The bonus beer.
It is October, so it is time for Oktoberfest beers. I wish we could have gone all the way to Munich and sat in a beer garden and had a couple of beers.
It just wasn't in the budget.
Yeah, the budget's a little tight on this.
I couldn't get off of work.
Screw work. You're doing research.
Anyway.
So, our producer picked out 6 plus the bonus beer of Oktoberfest beers. And I don't know, let's start drinking and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
We've been sitting around getting ready to shoot this and we haven't started drinking. That's our first one.
First out of the box is from a local brewery out of Strongsville, Ohio called the Brew Kettle. And this is their Oktofest. Now, I must confess, I have had this Oktoberfest style beer before, and I really like it. But I don't have you had any of it?
I don't believe I have.
No. Let me open that up.
Give me a little bit.
Yeah, and let you enjoy some of that.
Nice amber color to it.
It is. That is the signature quality of this style beer. Make sure we do this evenly.
Close.
I'm gonna do it even.
Go right.
Don't want to cheat you out of a beer. Well, you got a bigger head than mine. I do. What's that about?
Yeah, that's what the ladies say too.
Well, shall we taste?
Yeah, let's taste away.
Bum.
Cheers in German, whatever that might be.
Ein Prost, or something like that.
Excellent. Good. Thumbs up. Let's move on to the next beer. No,
No, there's
Good start.
There's a sweetness to this, which is another characteristic of this type of beer. Oktoberfest beers, what we know of as what we call Oktoberfest beers, are basically what is known as Märzen beers. M-A-R-Z-E-N is pronounced Märzen in Offdeutsch in German.
So my little bit of German, that's the word for March.
It is.
The month of March. Why is this a special brew that they do in March so it's ready in time for October?
Well, traditionally, back in the day before refrigeration, there was no way of keeping beer cold, and so they couldn't brew the beer through the long, hot summer months because it would spoil, bacteria would readily get into the mix and just play havoc that bacteria does.
Okay.
So what they would do is they would have to stop as the weather began to warm up so they could last brew beer in March. And so what they would do is they would brew this style beer. They would use a little bit heavier dose of hops with it, and then they would put it into cold storage, either in basements or dugouts or in caves if available, to keep it cool so it could ferment and brew over the course of the summer.
Nice.
And then as summer ended and fall began to start, they could begin the brewing process again, so they had to get rid of the stuff that they were brewing. And it just so happened that around this time of year, because of a huge wedding that occurred back in the early 1800s, the whole notion of Oktoberfest came up.
Oh, so this is a very
festival.
recent.
It's a festival beer.
Okay.
And I guess the way we celebrate harvest festivals is kind of the context of drinking an Oktoberfest.
Or county fairs, if you will.
Or if you will, yes, to celebrate the bounty of nature. So this is the Brew Kettle Oktoberfest, called Oktofest. This is their version of it. And I've always liked this.
I like it. It's I think my initial thought when I heard that we were going to do Oktoberfest beers was that they were typically Pilsners, like light Pilsners. I have a feeling I'm going to be wrong because this one is a much stronger. You can tell there's some length in the brew. very flowery, aromatic hops to this one as well. I don't think it's overwhelming in any way. I think it's. I hope every beer is as good or as this one that we do tonight.
Correct. This is traditionally, Oktoberfest beers are traditionally lager beers.
Okay.
Which are fermented from the bottom up, as opposed to ales, which are fermented from the top down. And so as a result of it, they're crisper, a bit cleaner. Oktoberfest beers were meant to be consumed in large amounts. So they needed to be light enough that you could down quite a few of these. And I think that this Brew Kettle does a really good job with it.
I think it definitely fits all of those requirements. I think the only thing we missed was a large-breasted woman to bring us the beer.
Yeah, that's right. So if there's any large-breasted women out there who would like to bring this beer, you have to bring. Never mind. I didn't need to say that.
All right, so yeah, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Our first beer of this Oktoberfest collection. I'll give it a buy. I got no problem buying a 6-pack of this and sitting back with some friends and enjoying it, listening to some German music,
Sure.
Outdoor festival, harvest festival, whatever it is. It's a great October seasonal beer. It's great for this season.
It is. And I have both tried this beer in individual 6-packs. When you can make up your own 6-pack, I would grab one of these or two of these. One of my favorite local restaurants had this, and I would go there and get this every time that I frequented there. And I've also bought a 6-pack or two of this over the years, so it gets both a try and a buy from me, if that's possible. Can we do that? Can we do both a try and a buy?
Yeah.
So try it and or buy it. That's the Oktofest from the Brew Kettle out of Strongsville, Ohio. Very good. So we'll be back soon.
Yay! Because I'm out of beer.
I still have some more drink because I've been talking too much. But we'll be back with episode 8 coming up of the Brew Dogs.